Gratitude. Gratitude. The quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation and return kindness. Strong feeling of appreciation or thankfulness towards someone or something. I expressed my gratitude to my parents for their support in my studies. The community showed their gratitude to the fire department for saving their homes from the wildfire. Grim. Grim. Forbidding or uninviting in appearance, indicating an unpleasant or omened outcome, e.g., the grim prospect of more COVID-19 cases. The situation looks grim. Very serious, severe, or worrying, e.g., he gave me a grim look and said nothing, a grim reminder of the harsh realities of life. After the hurricane, the town had a grim look, with destroyed buildings and debris everywhere. The company is facing grim financial prospects and may have to lay off some employees. Ground. Ground. Solid surface of the earth, land, or soil. Reason, basis, justification. She fell on the ground and scraped her knee. The ground for dismissal was his repeated lateness. Hail. Hail. Precipitation in the form of small balls or lumps of ice that falls from the clouds. To greet or acclaim enthusiastically. The hailstorm damaged the roof of the house. The fans began to hail the performer as soon as he appeared on stage. Halt. Halt. To stop, either suddenly or intentionally. A temporary suspension of movement or activity, often ordered by a person in authority. The police officer yelled halt as the suspect attempted to flee. The construction work had to be halted due to safety concerns. Haunt. Haunt. To appear as a ghost or a specter. To continually be present in someone's thoughts, memories, or feelings in a disturbing or distressing way. The old mansion was said to be haunted by the ghost of its former owner. The memory of the car accident still haunts her to this day. Hazard. Hazard. A danger or risk that can cause harm or damage to someone or something. Something that can cause inconvenience or difficulty. The construction workers were trained to identify and avoid hazards on the job site. The traffic jam on the way to work was a hazard that made me late for my meeting. Headline. Headline. The heading or title of a newspaper article. A statement made to summarize the main points of an article or news story. The headline of the newspaper read Local Farmer Wins Award for Best Corn. The headline for the article about the presidential debate was Final Showdown between Biden and Trump. Heritage. Heritage. Something that is passed down from previous generations, such as traditions, customs, beliefs, or values. Property or inheritance that is passed down to one's descendants. The celebration of Lunar New Year is an important part of my family's heritage. My grandfather left me a valuable collection of antique coins as part of my heritage. Hinder. Hinder. To create difficulties, delays, or obstacles that impede progress or movement. To prevent or stop someone from doing something. The heavy traffic hindered my commute to work. The language barrier hindered her from fully participating in the conversation. Hospitality. Hospitality. The friendly and welcoming reception and entertainment of guests, visitors, or strangers. the activity of providing food, drinks, and other services that are related to traveling. The hotel staff treated us with great hospitality during our stay. The airline is known for its exceptional hospitality and in-flight service. Hostility. Hostility. A strong feeling of opposition, anger, or hatred towards someone or something. Unfriendliness, aggressive behavior, or violent actions towards others. The hostility between the two rival gangs led to a violent fight. The new employee was surprised by the hostility she received from her co-workers. Hug. Hug. An act of holding someone tightly in one's arms, typically to express affection or comfort. To hold someone tightly in one's arms, typically to express affection or comfort. I needed a hug after a long, stressful day at work. She hugged her son tightly when he returned from overseas. Idiom. Idiom. An expression that cannot be understood from the literal meaning of the words. A phrase with a figurative meaning that is different from the literal meaning of the words. A phrase, saying, or expression that is unique to a particular language or culture. It's raining cats and dogs outside. Kick the bucket. Illusion. Illusion. A false belief or idea about something. Something that is not really there or is different than what it appears to be. He had the illusion that he was wealthy because of his expensive car, but in reality, he was deeply in debt. The magician created the illusion of a disappearing rabbit by using smoke and mirrors. Immense. Immense. Extremely large or great in size, amount, or degree. Very great in importance or significance. The immense size of the mountain range was breathtaking. The team achieved immense success after months of hard work. Impatient. Impatient. Unable to wait or tolerate delay. Restless or short on temper when waiting for something. Jane was too impatient to wait for her turn and kept interrupting her colleagues during the meeting. Bob's impatience got the best of him and he angrily honked his car horn at the red light. Indifferent. Indifferent. Having no particular interest or concern, apathetic. Not making a difference, irrelevant. She was indifferent to his feelings and refused to listen to him. It is indifferent to me what you choose for dinner tonight. Indignant. Indignant. Feeling or showing anger or annoyance caused by what is perceived as unfair treatment. Feeling or showing strong displeasure at something considered unjust or insulting. She was indignant at the way she had been treated. He was indignant that she had lied to him. Indispensable. Indispensable. Absolutely necessary or essential. So important that it cannot be omitted or neglected. Water is indispensable for life. Her experience and expertise are indispensable to the team. Indulge. Indulge. To give in to something desired or enjoyable, often to excess. To satisfy or gratify someone's desires, whims, or requests. She indulged herself by eating a whole pint of ice cream while watching her favorite TV show. My boss indulged my request for a long weekend so I could visit my family. Industrious. Industrious. hardworking and diligent. Busy and active, constantly occupied. The industrious student always completes her homework on time. The factory workers are very industrious during the busy season. Infer. Infer. To draw a conclusion based on evidence or reasoning. To guess or speculate based on incomplete or indirect information. Based on the clues, we can infer that the suspect was in the room at the time of the crime. I can't tell you for sure, but I would infer that they're not getting along very well based on their body language. Infinite. Infinite. Limitless or endless in extent or size. Too great to be measured or calculated. The universe may be infinite in size. The possibilities for our future are infinite. Ingredient. Ingredient. Any of the substances that are combined to make a particular food or dish. A component part or element of something. The recipe requires 6 different ingredients, including flour, sugar, and eggs. Hard work and patience are key ingredients of success. Inherent. Inherent. Existing as a permanent, inseparable element or quality within something, someone. Innate or natural, essential to the character or definition of something. The inherent stability of the structure allowed it to withstand the earthquake. Freedom is an inherent right of all humans. Insight. Insight. A deep understanding of something, perception or knowledge gained through observation or analysis. A sudden understanding of something, a moment of discovery. Her years of experience gave her great insight into the industry. She had a sudden insight into the solution of the problem. Integrity. Integrity. Honesty and moral principles, the quality of being truthful and upright. The state of being whole or undivided, often used in reference to physical or structural qualities. Jack has a reputation for integrity because he always tells the truth and follows ethical principles in his business dealing. The bridge's integrity was compromised by the flood, leading to a collapse in the roadway. Intensive. Intensive. Concentrated or in-depth, involving a lot of effort or activity in a short period. Relating to or designed for intensive study or therapy. She took an intensive language course to improve her fluency. The patient required intensive care following the surgery. Irony. Irony. A situation where the opposite of what is expected to happen, happens. The expression of one's meaning by using language that normally signifies the opposite, often for humorous or emphatic effect. It was ironic that the fire station burned down. "Thanks for breaking my phone," she said ironically after dropping it herself. Jolly. Jolly. Cheerful and lively in nature or mood. Used for emphasis, to express surprised admiration or to convey mild irritation or impatience. She had a jolly disposition, always smiling and making jokes. Well, jolly good, let's get on with it then.